I am Slick Nick, your personal red pill pusher. Let's take a look at the comments. I'm loving this comment. It's helping me to understand myself better. If I can understand myself better, maybe I can help you understand yourself better as well. Let's check out this comment. I made a video recently that was called, "Until you stop eating carbs, you can never really understand how hungry they are making you." So let's check out this comment. I love the screen name. It's 00 Quote, "Nick, I wanted to thank you for making incredible, wonderful, insightful content. I thought when you stopped making hair loss videos, I wouldn't come back anymore, but your new videos that get you hooked from the title and from the opening 5 seconds themselves are awesome. Keep up the good work. I find these videos helpful because ultimately they all tie back to," and this is the first time I'm hearing this word, if you can imagine this, Looksmaxxing. Looksmaxxing. Generally the kind of audience that you attract. That is true. "And yes, you look your very best since starting the channel. Although I'm not a Christian, I think your faith in God and your Christian religion helps you reinvent yourself constantly. You are a very good role model." To which I said, "Your compliment means so much to me. Thank you. I will further explore the phrase looksmaxxing. Maybe I should make a video based on your comment." That's this video right here. Sam Jameson jumped in and got 2 likes with this comment. His videos are always teaching me new things. I also came here for the hair loss videos. But yes, these videos are interesting too. So thanks guys, I appreciate the support there. And yeah, I mean, it helps me really put things in perspective that I suppose this is a Looksmaxxing channel, which I didn't. Like I said, I never heard of that word until I got that comment and I looked into it. I think it's fair to say that that's ultimately what this channel has become. And granted, the videos that I make that I care the most about are actually the ones where I'm giving life advice or when I'm sharing one of my original songs that I've written. Those are the ones that I care the most about. But often those are not the most popular. Often the most popular are the ones appealing more to how to maximize your physical appearance. So I do want to talk about that. But first, let me remind everybody of something because, and I'm just gonna make a habit of saying this in every single video, that this is a red pill channel. And I made a video recently just laying that out there. This is a red pill channel. And I think that's why I had this yearly annual habit of stopping hair loss videos for just months at a time. But I think what I've learned from taking that hiatus this year in 2021 is once I resurrected that topic here, I found a better way to do it. And that is to constantly remind everyone that I'm very red pill. So I think just what that does is it keeps certain viewers away from me, from leaving stupid comments like, "Hey Nick, I got a question for you. Can you look at my hairline?" Because let's face it, if they really wanted to know if they were gonna go bald, they watch my other videos and they know it's a very predictable process. There's 5 questions you ask yourself and you wouldn't need to be asking me. You would know yourself. It's very easy to know if you're gonna go bald. Just look at my channel, look at the video, 5 ways to know. And that's it. Yes, there's exceptions to the rule, but you look at all 5, in general, that's the way to know for sure. And that's the end of it. But ultimately, that's missing the whole purpose. Because it's not just about if you're gonna go bald. That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's not about you being attractive when you look in the mirror. I know that sounds crazy. It's actually about you being attractive despite what you think about yourself when you look in the mirror. It's about you being attractive based on other people looking at you. Have you thought about that? I'm not attractive when I look in the mirror. Who cares? Are you attractive to other people when they see you and they're around you? So let me use this video to talk about my version of what Looksmaxxing ultimately is all about. And I went through these before. This isn't the first time you're hearing me share this. But I went through what really makes a man attractive in 2021. Modern day, what makes a guy attractive? Well, it's a tricky question because younger, less experienced men naturally think it's about their face and their hair. The things that they have less control over. You have less control over the face you're born with and whether you're gonna go bald or not at what age. You have less control over that. But the things you do have control over are the things that make you the most attractive. That's why I look at all of these things when I talk about the videos. So if I were to say, if you were to say, hey Nick, so why don't you make an official Looksmaxxing video? Then I'd say, okay, you know what? 5 minutes in, here it is. Here's what it comes down to. These are the 7 things that ultimately make you attractive. Now keep in mind, I'm a 40-year-old man. I have a lot of wisdom in here. Being attractive is not simply the things you have the least control over, like your face and your hair. It's actually the opposite. It's the things you do have control over. Hear me out on this. So number one, yeah, as far as when someone sees you, them first noticing you as attractive or not, what are they looking for? That you're fit. I'm going to say it, that you're fit because you have a choice over that. You get to decide what you eat. You get to decide if you're an active person, if you're working out, if you're walking, if you're running. You get to decide that. So yeah, people notice if you're fit or not, especially the older you are. They're noticing if you're dressed nicely. Coming from a guy who's wearing a hoodie and jeans, but granted, I will say that they're a nice hoodie and jeans. This is Banana Republic and these are Levi jeans. I was very selective in those. So it's not about spending the most money. I actually got both these on clearance, less than 20 bucks. Levi's, 25 bucks. But when you're fit, clothes look better on you. And it's also important to know the right sizes to pick out. I used to wear large, but I'm a smaller guy now. I wear medium because it looks better. Another thing I say for your physical appearance, how short can you have your hair? You know, that's something I'm always exploring. It's not a matter of having long hair just because you could and that makes you feel good about yourself, fine. But ultimately, short hair right now is specifically attractive, and my theory I've shared recently, is because we live in a culture where people who are born as men are not identifying as men, and people are having to ask pronouns. Well, imagine this. If you're a guy who is wanting to embrace your masculinity, having short hair is an obvious, easy way to do that. It's the complete opposite of the 13-year-old boy who has the Justin Bieber doing that all the time. No, this is masculine. This is attractive. And of course, smiling, you know, especially females tend to notice that if you're smiling, naturally the response is to smile back, and that creates this form of attraction. And hygiene, but you already know that. I take usually 2 showers a day. I usually brush my teeth 3 times a day. It's very important when I'm selecting, you know, my deodorant and all that, making sure it smells very masculine and natural. So speeding through the rest of these, because that's the first one, what most people think about. But what else is there? That you're confident and decisive and committed and ambitious. People notice that. What? Because after they see you, then they're going to start talking to you, or you're going to start talking to them. Then what do you have to offer? Well, are you confident? Are you decisive, committed, and ambitious? You know, all that finally under the category of confident. Number 3, are you a good communicator? Are you focused on others, not just simply yourself? Are you funny? Are you engaging like that? Number 4, are you emotionally intelligent? Do you know how to assign emotions when they actually matter? Because most of the time they don't. Do you see yourself as victorious by finding a way to make something work instead of saying, I can't help it, it's just, this is how life is? No, someone who's victorious will find a way to make things work. Number 5, that you respect women and your fellow men. That you want to see other people succeed, even if it's not you. That's important. Number 6, you find your identity in your unique skill set. You know what you're bad at, therefore you know what you're good at, and you embrace that. And then lastly, having leadership qualities, that you're positive, encouraging, and motivating. So here's the whole point about this, about Looksmaxxing. Yes, I'll talk to you about hair, and I'll talk to you about clothes and being fit and how I became that way. But ultimately, what I'm here to say is, if we want to say that this is a Looksmaxxing channel, keep in mind it's a red pill Looksmaxxing channel, because we can start with the physical appearance thing, but then we're going to talk about the other layers that go beyond that. Because who cares if someone initially sees you attractive? They may talk to you for 30 seconds and be like Shark Tank, I'm out, because you don't have nothing else to offer. I'm looking at the full picture. You want to talk about looks? Let's talk about it. I'll embrace that. I'm with you. But I'm going to help you beyond what other people are going to help you with when it comes to this whole Looksmaxxing thing. It's about working with what you got, focusing on what you can control, but knowing that all your looks are a storefront. There's still much more layers that go beyond that. And again, what you need to know about the other layers is beyond your physical appearance. Are you confident? Are you a good communicator? Are you emotionally intelligent? Do you respect men and women? Do you find your identity in your unique skill set? And do you possess leadership qualities? People are looking for that. Think again about how silly this is. The very insecure guy looks in the mirror. I don't like what I look like. Okay, well, what if you had all that other stuff? Do you think that might help? Yeah. Or the guy who is fully confident in himself, has a perfect head of hair or whatever it is, and then he doesn't have any of those other things. Think about that. I'm about the full picture, but when it comes to looks, focusing on what you can control, not on what you can't. Not thinking, oh, I need a hair transplant, let me pay thousands of dollars to someone. No, no, no. Work with what you got. This is a Red Pill channel. Thanks for that comment. I'm gonna embrace this whole Looksmaxxing thing. I think it's good. Thanks for that. Comments belong right there.